Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you to yet another concept classes for Sociology Optional by Sunya IAS. And friends, today we're going to talk about a very simple concept given by none other than very important sociologist known as R.K. Merton, and he gave the institutional imperatives of science. Okay, this is institutional imperatives of science given by R.K. Merton, and this concept is also known as ethos of science. And this is a very potential topic as far as UPSC mains examination for sociology optional is concerned, because UPSC can ask a 10 marker straight away from this particular topic. Okay, so let's look ahead. What does ethos of science or institutional imperative of science given by R.K. Merton actually means? So see, he talks about this ethos of science in his very famous book, that is Sociology of Science. Okay, so remember the name of the book, just quote it in your answer. It will give a lot of edge over other candidates if you quote the name of the book. And this ethos of science, which has 4 dimensions. See, I have given 4 dimensions. This ethos of science is also known as norms of science. And this norms of science or ethos of science is sometimes also known as Mertonian norms. Mertonian norms. This Mertonian basically means comes from the R.K. Merton. So Mertonian norms. Okay. So these norms of science or ethos of science are basically nothing but they are actually talking about the guidelines for scientific research. Okay. It tells the researcher what is morally right. Okay. So this is called, you can say, ethos of science in a very simple language. So let's look into all the 4 dimensions, that is institutional imperatives of science or ethos of science, or also known as Mertonian norms. So let's have a look at all those 4 norms. So the first thing is communism of knowledge. So what does communism of knowledge means? See, if you look into the word itself, communism, something which is owned by all the members of the community. Okay. So as per Merton, communism of knowledge basically means that any kind of scientific discoveries which has been made by any researcher, okay, or any scientist should be owned by all the members of the community. Members of the community. Okay. In fact, any kind of a discovery that has been made should be treated as a collective heritage. And this knowledge, whatever discoveries or knowledge has been, made, this knowledge should be used for the betterment of whole society. Betterment of whole society. That is why it is collective heritage. In fact, the scientist or the researcher who had made any kind of a scientific claim should not claim that that knowledge belongs to that only particular researcher because he has discovered that thing. Okay, and rather it is a collective heritage. So that is why it is should be used for the betterment of whole society. All that researcher should look for, is, you can say, recognition and prestige, that his or her work should be recognized in the society. Okay, nothing else. Whatever discoveries they have made, it should be used for the betterment of the whole society, and researchers should not claim that that knowledge belongs to that person only who has made the discovery. So that is called communism of knowledge. Okay. Second thing is universal. Now what does universal means? As per R.K. Merton, universal means that any scientist, irrespective of whether he belongs to any of the ethnic background or race or gender, okay, these dimensions should not come into the process of giving a recognition to that scientist discoveries. So any kind of scientific discoveries made by scientists irrespective of his or her ethnicity, race, gender, okay, should not come in between in giving a recognition to the scientific discovery. Recognition to be given. All the scientific discoveries should be equally recognized, okay. In fact, what you can say is that in scientific research, what is very important, everything is everything in scientific research is all about kind of argument that has been given, right? What kind of a methods have been followed, whether the scientific discoveries has been properly verified against verifiable facts or not. That's what matters. It's not that what is the background of that particular scientist, whether he belongs to particular ethnicity or not, whether he belongs to any particular race or what is the gender, that doesn't belong, okay. So that's why all the scientific discoveries should be equally recognized, and thus it disregards socio-political status of, socio-political or even economic status of scientist. Whether a person or the scientist come from upper caste, lower class, or upper class, lower class, okay, of that sort. So this is called universal. What is the next dimension? The next dimension is disinterestedness, okay, disinterestedness. Now here, when any kind of a discovery is being made by the scientist, what happened that the scientist, all they should care about is recognition, okay, that their discoveries are actually recognized in the society, and scientists should not look for any kind of benefit or profit from their discoveries. They should be completely detached to their whatever discoveries they are making, okay. They should not look for any kind of a material benefits from their discoveries, okay. Rather, scientists should work for the betterment of whole society. That's what I mentioned here. And they should work with selfless attitude, okay. Scientists should have selfless attitude, and they should not be self-centered. They should not be self-centered. They should have a selfless attitude. Apart from that thing, scientists should only and only focus on what? They should only focus on identifying the real truth, okay. Whether their scientific discoveries has been has certain, or it is based on any kind of evidence that can be verified or not, they should only focus upon the real truth and nothing else, okay. Plus they should be rewarded for their selfless devotion as well as contribution to the science by giving them recognition, just like we have so many prizes, okay, just like Nobel prizes and all those things, right? So this is about the disinterestedness. Last is organized skepticism. Now what is organized skepticism? So here, organized skepticism or organized skepticism, this means that scientists should look at everything from critical angle. Now suppose any researcher has made any kind of a scientific claim or has propounded any kind of a scientific theory. So the scientific community should verify those scientific theories or claims given by the researchers in a very objectified manner, in a non-biased manner. They should not go for other parameters that particular scientist who has made a discovery is their colleague, or is their family members or something of that sort. Rather, they should go for objectified manner, thorough investigation, or in an objectified manner, thorough scrutiny in a non-biased manner, right? So this is what you can talk about. And here also you can say that these are all the ethos of the science given by the R.K. Merton. But one thing is that you can also write it down in your answer is that in today's modern era there is a crisis of science that is going on, and that is a colonization of science is going on, which means that the government agencies, private agencies, okay, corporate agencies, they are actually claiming a kind of what? They are claiming a you can say claiming a exclusive access to the knowledge, okay, exclusive access to the knowledge or the discoveries, okay. Just like suppose America has it has discovered any kind of a drug that has revolutionized the whole you can say medical industries, just like it can cure the third stage or the last stage of the cancer. So they are going for the patenting, and through small changes they are going for evergreening, right? Evergreening of patents. So this is not good. Why? Because it is not the whole knowledge, whatever discoveries has been made, it is not being utilized for the overall betterment of the society, okay. So this is how you can talk about. And remember, whenever a question comes with respect to the ethos of science or the norms of the science or Mertonian norms or the institutional imperatives of the science, these are all same terminology, right? In fact, if you come across a word, that write a short note on kudos, okay, kudos. So this is same as communism, C for communism, U for universal, D for disinterestedness, and O and S for organized skepticism, okay. So this you can also say as a mnemonics is kudos, right? So this was overall the ethos of the science. Now if you want to know more about other terminology like serendipity given by R.K. Merton, or for that matter what is science, what is scientific methodologies, what are the various steps that are being followed in scientific methodologies, what are the criticisms, various thinkers criticize scientific methodology, whether it can be applied to study society or not. All that I have discussed in a proper, thorough manner in a very simple language in our Sociology Foundation course, okay. So go and join that course, because we are offering everything, including the video lectures. Apart from that thing, we are also giving you the paper on paper 2 notes, solved PYQ books, current affairs, everything in a very nominal price, right? So this is all about the, you can say, the kudos of the science, kudos or ethos of science or Mertonian norms, okay. So thank you and all the best.